Chris Charlton for KaijuPop.com, and this is Jetcar Stunts 2. First there was Jetcar Stunts a long time ago, about 5 years ago I think now. And now finally there is another one of it. I really loved Jetcar Stunts, the first Jetcar Stunts. It was one of the first sort of iOS games that I really sank a lot of hours into. So I've been looking forward to Jetcar Stunts 2 for a long time. It's been a long time coming. It's a free download, but the game itself isn't free. You know, I mean, you get a handful of events in basically a glorified demo for what you download for free, but the rest is hidden behind in-app purchases. And in the store, there's actually a bunch of different little packs. But what I did is I bought the mega pack for 500 yen, which is $5, and that gets you everything. And that's totally cool. It gives you 120 levels, which is a lot. Plus, it gives you access to be able to save the track editor, because there's a track editor in this. There's a create mode. It gives you access to user challenges if you connect up to Facebook. It gives you a ton to do. Even if we just look at the simple selection of events it gives you, if we switch over to all here and start from the top, that's a lot of stuff to do. Wow, yeah. So there's really a whole bunch to do, even just in the basic single player events. So I mean, from a value proposition, it's worth your $5 there. But there's also all this user creation and sort of kind of leaderboard based multiplayer as well. So that's totally cool. We like that sort of approach to free downloads and things. So why don't we jump into an event here, and let's go on to this platforming event. If you're not familiar with Jetcar Stunts, because I mean it is an incredibly old game, it's very much kind of like an iOS-sized version of Trackmania, but on iOS there. So it's guiding cars around very vertiginous tracks in a bunch of different events. I know in the old Jetcar Stunts you had platforming events and you had time trial events. Here they've added a couple of extra event types. There's sort of freestyle, where you're doing fancy tricks by basically throwing your phone in the air when your car takes off on a ramp. And there's also race events here as well. But here is sort of classic Jetcar Stunts. It's a platforming track you're going to look at here. And the other thing they've added, oh yeah, as well, I remember that I tried this last night and couldn't beat it for the life of me. Another thing that they've added with this game is different car types. There was originally just one car in the Jetcar Stunts game, and now there's a bunch of little ones. There's a bunch of different ones. So here there's oh shit. There's a heavier car that can't boost or jump as far. There's this little light compact thing, and there's another pretty cool car called the jet car that handles better in the air, because the gimmick here is, I'm not really illustrating it particularly well. The gimmick here is that there's a jet engine attached to each of the cars, hence jet car, and it's about sort of piloting these things and using the physics from the jet engine to try and get through these incredibly difficult, as I said, Trackmania or Trials-esque tracks. Just by the extent of it being sort of platforming with cars in 3D, it makes things actually less of Trials and all the way back to Roll Cage on the PS1. If you remember back that far, Roll Cage was really good. Crap. So controls rise. I'm tilting, which I know some people aren't fans of, but tilt is handled really well in this game. It feels really precise. And shit. I have virtual buttons for accelerate, decelerate. On the left there is my jet thruster. And then in the bottom left is my handbrake, but that also when I'm in the air. God damn it. You know what? I think we're going to choose a different track. Yeah, on the left-hand side, in the bottom left, was my handbrake, which also has the added effect of popping my... Let's do this one. Of popping, as we'll probably see here, of popping my doors open, which kind of, when your doors are open, they act like wings on your jet. But so you see sort of pretty inventive designs with loops and things like that all over the place, which is really cool. It's just as with some of the best Trackmania tracks, it's you don't know which way's up and which way's down, which is awesome. So yeah, I can pop my sort of doors and flaps open, and that will make me descend quicker and give me an element of control at the expense of my height. So they're all really well crafted systems, and you know, all set to make these levels as devious as possible. It's an incredibly challenging game, and this is actually one of the easier platforming levels. Even the one you just saw had, I don't know, I can't remember what it was, like 2 stars of difficulty. These tracks, whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. These tracks get phenomenally difficult. Shit. And I'm just not on form today. Let's see if we can at least finish one of these tracks before we go off and show you the part of the game. Boost. There we go. Yeah, so the thing you've got to be mindful of the jet engine with is that... I think here actually my fuel is constantly recharging, but on most levels your jet fuel will only recharge when you go through a checkpoint. So it's about sort of managing your jet engine fuel as you go over these jumps and not boosting through too many of these things. And, you know, I mean, as you might have seen on that... Oh no. Whoops. I got so excited there, I hit the lock button on my phone. So that was thrilling. Yeah, you know, there's different medals based, you know, kind of like Trials does things of, well, how many times did you retry this track before you managed to do it, and then, oh crap. On different difficulty levels, there's also sort of demands placed upon you on doing the track in a certain amount of time, and then things are gated. You know, I mean, obviously your progress is gated behind how well you're doing and stuff. So there's a lot of game. It's a jet car stunts, and can I? Yes, managed to do one at least. My reputation is saved. Now let's have a look at a couple of the other events. Race right now is not that exciting. The first racetrack is all I've opened up, and it's just basically a big oval, and you're racing around as fast as you can. Let's see if I can find a freestyle event. Oh yeah. Yeah, so the freestyle is pretty fun. It basically gives you this sort of playground to mess around in, and you're off in a similar way. It feels very Trackmania-esque. Again, you've got a little bit of aftertouch on your car in the air, and you've got a couple of minutes to do whatever you can do. Oops. But, yeah, I mean, like... it's not. The thing is with Jet Car Stunts, it's not like it's an original idea, and there's going to be people that sniff, oh, this is just Trackmania or whatever. But there isn't Trackmania on iOS, so that's cool by me. And I've got to confess, I actually only play Trackmania because I don't play games on PC. I only played Trackmania on the DS. The Trackmania DS was actually pretty good if you can seek that out. As far as I know, it's a pretty rare game now, but yes. So I'm doing sick flips and tricks and stuff. And yeah, this is just a lot of fun, really fun, and incredibly challenging. Perhaps partly because of these tilt controls, but not really. I feel I've got a pretty decent hold on everything. It would be really interesting. I don't know whether Jet Car Stunts works with these newfangled iOS controllers that are coming out. But one thing I'm left thinking, playing Jet Car, especially Jet Car Stunts 2 here, is that I'd really pay a lot of money for this on Vita. Somebody should make that happen. That would just be perfect. That's a little challenging racing game that I can play with buttons and sticks and stuff. I should just about have my gold medal in the back here. Oh, I didn't quite. Missed out by a couple of 100 points there. But yeah, so fun car flippy stuff. And yeah, then beyond that, there's even, as I said, these user challenges, which I haven't really tried to figure out. It kind of relies on connecting to your Facebook account, and that's timing out for whatever reason right now. Yeah, it kind of relies on Facebook Connect, and then because it's cross-platform, I believe Jet Car Stunts is coming out or is out on Android as well. Yeah, but there's also these user levels as well, which hopefully the game will grab from that server here. And so UGC is completely new here. There's a fair few tracks that are out right now, and I'll just create a quick one before we finish. They're rated in terms of difficulty, popularity, how high they're reviewing, so they are trying to sort of curate this to a certain extent, which sounds good. Super Speedway, that's probably just fast, but I like the jet car. Let's see what what this is like. It's only got a 4-star rating, but you can filter by what cars. I should just chosen a jet car track. And here he goes. Yeah, so it's reasonably instantaneous. Not instantaneous, but it's reasonably fast to grab this stuff. It's not downloading a whole bunch of crap in between giving you these things. And okay, right, by Super Speedway, someone has just made a straight. Have they just made a straight line? They didn't finish there. Yeah. Thrilling, rate this level. That was rubbish. 1-star rating for that track. Oh, because we're having trouble talking to the Duraxis server. If this is... now I think the game's crashed. Pooh! That's what a terrible shame. I think we're going to have to cut and come back to this. Phew, and we're back after a little bit of a technical glitch with the game there. So what? Let's see if we can create our own track with the jet car, so then we can see what it's like. Yeah, track creation incredibly easy, incredibly straightforward here. It takes a similar approach to how Mod Nation Racers did it, where you're driving in your car and you're painting the track, so to speak, as you go. So if I want to loop the loop, there we go, there'll be a loop in my track now. I'm kind of pursuant to all the physics that's going on, so I can tilt forward and, whoops, if I screw up and fall off my own track, I can rewind and go back to creating. So these two. And then to create a jump, I just hit this fella to stop painting the road, and then come back in. So stop painting. And the trick with the jet car there, you can see, is it's way more maneuverable in the air. Here we go. Oh, okay, so there is kind of, yeah, there is a kind of boundary to where the track is. So you haven't got all the space in the world just for sort of technical constraints kind of thing. But yeah, I think my track will do that. So if I just hit play in the corner, and then I'm off. So here we go, I'm driving the track, and I really don't suspect I'll be able to finish this track that I just managed to pull off at random here. But the point is, it's really cool that it's so easy to create these tracks. I mean, creation and uploading, you know, I mean, there's no barrier to it. Yes, it's doing all of the scenery for you, and all of these special things, all of those little hoops you see on the tracks, that's all being made for me, and it's a little bit dumbed down, but that's fine. It just kind of feels like you're freestyle sketching these tracks, which is really awesome. I really love this this creation aspect to the game. Just because it's as simple and as pick up and play as the game itself, which is great. Shit. See if I can kind of finish it. Can I finish it? Can I get through my own track here? I mean, in theory, if I managed to do it when I was making it. So the trick is to like use your wings to give a bit of direction, and then use your jet to boost upwards. But I think we're going to try this one more time. Yes, no, shit. Yeah, not the best there. So, I suppose I could go back into edit mode. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's quit out of there. I'm not sure how you actually say that, but yeah, I've always just sort of quit out of the creation mode just at a whim without bothering to upload it. But yeah, that's Jet Stunts in a nutshell. I mean, you can say, okay, it's not that much different to the first one. It's more Jet Stunts, but it's tons more Jet Stunts, and Jet Stunts is a great game. So I would say it's well worth checking out. It's on the App Store now, free download, but the game is really $5. And yeah, it's Chris Charlton for KaijuPop.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.